Hi guys, it's Jackie. Um, Today's been like I'm dragging. My butt is dragging today. The only thing that makes me get up in the morning and get moving around is a good old shower. But I guess I have a topic today, and you know how people say this is coffee chat? This is coffee, pop or soda, whatever you call it, and water chat. So you don't have to drink coffee to chat with me. I'm being silly. Okay. So I guess what's weighing on my mind is, does any of you have children that have left the nest or are going to leave the nest or have left the nest and come back to the nest? I feel that, sorry, hold on, this is bugging me. Something's bugging me. Okay, I feel that I was one of those mothers that never wanted my kids to leave the nest. I never wanted my kids to, I so love being a mom, and I didn't prioritize, the mother, wife, situation. Like, I didn't like to let my kids stumble because it hurt me so bad. And I remember when I was a little girl, and if things, I was super duper sensitive. And if something, I get my feelings hurt really easily and embarrassed really easily. And oh my gosh, I didn't want anybody to embarrass my children. And even now I have grandsons, and my daughter's always, I'll go, oh, don't say that, you're going to embarrass them. And she'll say, Mom, they're okay. They're all right. And I'm going, oh, that's going to embarrass them. And she's like, stop, it's okay. So I got to know my boundaries. But, you know, the thing is it's true. If you rescue your children from everything, then they're not going to know how to rescue themselves. And someday I'll get into more specifics when I start to trust everybody more, and if my channel gets more, we have a bond, more of a bond, because there's so much I could share with you about parenting the wrong way, and the right way sometimes, I guess. And sometimes you learn late, and you learn your lessons late in life, and maybe you can help somebody else before they make the mistakes. I know some of my subscribers have younger children, and it's not too late to do things the right way. When my children were small, you feel like you have years and years to correct mistakes, and years that you're going to have them at home and small, and that's just not true. I have 3 children, and 2 have already left the house and moved to another city, and I have 1 at home who's a teenager, and she's left the nest before, but she's returned, and we have a tumultuous type relationship sometimes. And like I said, sometimes I'll get into all this. There's been so much, guys, that's happened in my life that I would really hope that I haven't gone through it in vain, that I could help somebody that may come across some of these issues and think, hey, I remember Jackie said this and she did that, and that was a big mistake. And everybody's got different children and I know the personalities are different, and they're not all going to be the same, but one thing is certain, that if you are married, you cannot put the children first, in as much as not letting the other parent correct them when they're wrong, you know, stepping and getting involved when I should have just zipped it sometimes. I felt like these children are mine, and I'm going to, if anybody's going to, you know, you're not going to give any input to my children. They're my children. I'm going to put input into them. And I just love being a mother so much. And I homeschooled my children most of the time, and I love them so much. And not saying that if you don't homeschool your children, don't mean you don't love them, because I don't mean that at all. They were like, you know, you when they're little, you're their favorite person in the world. They come to you for everything. You're their everything. They believe everything you say. They, you know, they're your favorite people, and they were my favorite people. And I always told them, when you get older, I want you to grow wings and go wherever you want, do whatever you want. And I meant it, and I still mean it. But I'm telling you, when they left the nest, because it goes like that, it's lonely. You know, all of a sudden your littles are gone. I mean, I would make like obstacle courses for us every day to play on, and we'd make up songs together. We'd have little parades. We'd go on what I called pleasant walks, and we'd go for walks and we'd see how many squirrels we could see, and just little silly things like that. And we were so close. And of course they're going to grow up and they're going to leave. But you just think you got time. You think you've got more time. And sometimes you just don't have more time. It just, one day you realize they're gone. And even though I have one at home still, she works and she's not here hardly ever. She's 19. And like her dad has moved away, and I'm pretty much raising her on my own. And I kind of feel like I always have. And my other two have a different daddy, and I felt like I was raising them alone. So I pretty much felt like a single parent. And not even because I isolated my children with me. It's because that's kind of the pattern that their daddies took anyway. They were kind of into themselves. Not to throw any shade at them, because I'm not trying to do that. We all have our I guess demons that we fight with, and you know, that's between them and God, and I have no animosity toward any of them. I wasn't perfect either. But if you have littles at home, just every teachable moment, even if it hurts them, let them be hurt. Teach them. If it's, you know what I mean? I mean, don't save them from something that could be a really good learning experience for them that would help them handle life later on in life. I guess that's just like my main thing. It's like, and I could go so much deeper, and I will. Just baby steps, I guess. And now I'm up against issues that are pretty serious, and you know, when your kid's 19, they're not going to listen to you anymore. And she doesn't know about this channel, so, and I'm not trying to slam her because she's got a good heart, and I guess it would be really hard to be a teenager these days. That's my dog in the background, my big dog. So anyhow, this is kind of heavy, and I do want to leave a scripture. I don't know why. I always say a little prayer. What can I say to somebody to encourage them today? So what I have is, I guess it's about wisdom. In James chapter 1, verse 5, it says, "If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him." So liberally is a lot, and reproach is he won't be disgusted with you or disappointed that you ask. You know, he wants us to be wise. And you know, when I raised the kids, I did teach them, you know, values and stuff, but I was always like in and out of church, in and out of this and that, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. You know what I mean? And it's like, good grief, Jackie, what do you taught your kids? And a lot of my depression has come from this. And I'm not trying to be down, because I'm not fixing to let myself get depressed today, even though my mind wants to. And like I've always said, people, check your mind, because your mind is the battleground. This is where the mind, how you think and what you listen to people and what you accept as reality. So I have to learn to forgive myself for being that mom that rescued my children from every little thing. And this is getting to be a long video, so I don't want to bore anybody, but if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. James 1:5. So if you need some wisdom on a situation with your child, or just anything, just ask God and listen and trust him. And I think deep inside you'll know the right thing to do. I always ignored the right thing to do sometimes and thought, well, I'll do that later. I have time. I love you guys. I love you, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye-bye.